Forristicat here once again. Today I want to talk about a subject which is a very serious subject, and that is the serious subject of comedy and what's a good TV show, what makes a comedy good, what makes a comedy show not so good. So for me personally, I'm into a lot of drama TV shows, so I think it's good, every once in a while to not get so serious and watch a comedy. And if you're just watching high octane explosions, people dying, horror, all these sort of high emotional intensity things, then I think it's too good for you personally. So watch a comedy every once in a while to lighten the mood. So for me, for a long time, I've been watching the cartoon Family Guy, and as a result, the spin-off, the Cleveland Show. Now I'm aware of Futurama and American Dad and King of the Hill and all these other sort of cartoon shows, but don't have time to watch it. So as I always advocate, kick all these other crap pieces of fandom to the curb. If these people aren't willing to put effort, to making you laugh, to making you feel something, to making you enjoy a piece of fandom, then they have no rights to take up your time. So I recommend doing that straight away. Regardless, Family Guy had a chance of getting cancelled. I think it did get cancelled for a while, but since fans had an outcry related to that, it got put back on the air. So Family Guy, okay, well, I could go a lot of different places here, but first and foremost, once more I'm going to get a little bit psychological, but just for a little while. So what makes jokes work basically is that your mind is going down one path, and you think that things are going to end up in one place, but in reality there's like a snapback effect, something which is the punchline happens, boom, and you end up somewhere completely different. And as a result, your brain sort of has to release a bit of tension because of that, to compensate for that lack of difference in where you actually ended up versus where you thought you were going to end up, and that results in laughter. And back in tribal days with chimpanzees and stuff, like when two monkeys were about to fight, the way they released tension was actually by smiling and by laughing. So laughter is good, I guess, is the point I'm trying to say here. With Family Guy, there are lots of moments where you really don't know what's going to happen next. And the thing I like most about cartoons, and in particular Family Guy, is that Family Guy is not afraid to sort of be politically incorrect, but more often than not go and just cut away. Like, some people criticize this cutaway humor, it has nothing to do with that, but I think they use it I think they use it in a fun way. They can put anything at any time, like a dinosaur can crash through the wall, lay an egg, and have Meryl Streep come out of it that sings cock-a-doodle-doo for 2 minutes. That to me is funny because it's just so ridiculous. Now Family Guy sometimes uses humor which is sort of like a prolonged take. I guess the most classic version is when Peter hurts his knee and he's going for 2 minutes or something like that. That to me is funny because you could say, they don't know what to do with the writing and stuff, but I don't know what it is. This is something really funny that just when you think is okay, okay, I get the joke now, they continue the scene for a further 30 seconds, and eventually you just can't help but start laughing. It's how long are they going to do this take for? And that's sort of a humor that they use in Family Guy. I could talk a lot about the characters in Family Guy, but overall, I will be sad, when it does eventually end, unless it doesn't end, it goes on forever. But Family Guy is a TV show which I find funny. I remember, back in the day of Ali G. Ali G is another type of humor I find funny, purely because even though they do say it was set up a little bit, just seeing Ali G interact with all these high-profile, high-status people, and seeing him in some scenes, not trying not to laugh and stuff. And just how the people are is this guy serious? The one where he goes to the farm and he's can animals talk? And he gets veterinarians confused with vets. And just seeing the guy just react who the hell is this guy? That to me is extremely funny because to them they're thinking, geez, how can a person like Ali G actually exist in real life? And they see him interacting with themselves, and it's just hilarious. Just his interview style, just the way he can meld into all these different characters. Very good character actor. So Ali G is another fantastic comedy TV show. What else is there? The Cleveland Show, of course, spun off when Cleveland left Quahog, and he's got his own TV show now. It's okay. It's definitely not as good as Family Guy in my opinion, but you know, you've got a lot of that, you know, different type of humor in there. I guess they're trying to like do like a, you know, black version of Family Guy or whatever. It's okay. I mean, Cleveland is obviously an idiot. He's got a high voice. There's a lot of opportunity for humor there. But yeah, definitely not as good as Family Guy. What was another comedy show? Okay, The Office I watch. Like I mentioned, I work in office currently, so I can sort of relate to it. But more so in the earlier seasons and the later seasons, because now it doesn't even feel like they're in an office anymore. It's just whereas in the first seasons they really sort of related to sort of like the inner mechanics of like the office and like meetings and stuff like this. Now it's like the office is just there, and they may as well be on the moon or on the beach or something like that. Like the office element has really been taken away from it. And I think that's a testament, given the fact that, you know, this show has gone on for like 9 seasons or whatever, and you know, it's coming to a close this season. But yeah, basically, yeah, I've said a million times before, and I'll say it again. Like, yeah, Michael Scott was The Office, and as soon as Michael Scott, aka the actor Steve Carell, left, there was like a massive like hole to fill, and they tried to fill it with these Robert California was an interesting character. He was funny, but then, when you have like a showcase star like that, and then they just leave, and he's like pretty much the heart of the show, you can't really do anything after that. Like, it's over. It's like if Jack Bauer died halfway through a season of 24, it's like, now what? Like, no one's going to care who you put in there. So I think that's like a congratulations to Steve Carell for setting the bar that high. But yeah, like, ironically enough, he sort of stuffed things up for these writers and actors later on, because they can't sort of clamor to his height, which was really really good actor in terms of making everyone laugh in The Office show. I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm just making this a short video today. Basically, comedy, great to laugh, fantastic. Cartoons especially offer the medium to, writers can draw and put anything they basically want, whereas if you do that in a television show or movie, like, it's going to cost ridiculous special effects budgets to do the things that they do in cartoons, like Peter and the ongoing chicken fight in Family Guy. Cleveland show spin-off, okay, different type of humor there, but just obviously trying to sort of ride on the success of the Family Guy. Office, another good comedy. Ali G, good comedy. What are some good comedies I should watch? Like, maybe there's some other comedies I should watch. Modern Family is another comedy I watched. Couldn't really get into it, but the characters there were very strong, so it naturally led to a lot of humor. And that's another thing, like, I read that, like, for comedy, like, the comedy comes from the characters. So if you don't have well-written characters, you're not going to have good comedy. So, you take a show like Modern Family, you got like all these characters, like, the little kid that's, like, smart, the, dumb retired dad, his trophy wife, the gay couple. Like, these all are naturally interesting characters that just write themselves, really, and that's where you got to start from. You got to start from the characters, and unless you have good characters, that's not going to happen. And you can take the same joke, put it in like a different character, it may not work because that joke is specific to the humor, to the character. So that's why shows on like The Amazing Race, they have to choose a ridiculous personalities, ridiculous characters, because they know that there'll be more drama, people will be watching, and more will be more fun, and thereby they get more ratings, everyone wins. So apart from those TV shows, that's pretty much all the comedy I watch. I do admit I mostly watch drama, but nevertheless, these cartoons, after like a shitty day at work or whatever, I'll come home, watch it. It makes me not take things so seriously, which I think everyone should do. Brings me back down to earth, whatever. Comedy. What is a good comedy? Those are a couple of shows I thought are good comedies. Cartoons are fun. Okay, that's all I have to say, guys. Forristicat out.